Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at a feature that is now standard on every Toyota 2020 model, and that is Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatibility. So today I'm going to be hooking my Android phone up so I can walk you guys through that a bit. First thing you'll need is, of course, your phone. Got mine right here. And you'll need a cord. It plugs your phone into the USB port. Now each model is set up a little bit differently, but typically you're going to find the USB port you need to use right under your stereo. I'm going to pop this up. Plug it in. And plug the other end into my phone here. Now first time you plug it in, you might get a message such as this. It just says Android Auto is available for this device, and select an option below. So we're going to go ahead, turn it on. Now it's going to ask you to stop your car and to follow the instructions on your phone. Hopefully you're setting this up when you're not moving anyways. So if we look at the phone screen here, it's just going to say welcome to Android Auto and unlock to continue. So I'm going to unlock my phone. Now this is just going to run you through your basic permissions. So this is just saying that Android Auto is going to be able to turn Bluetooth on. And it's going to also be allowed to display and access notifications on your phone. Go ahead and press continue to accept that. Say just a second, and your Google Assistant is getting set up here. Alrighty, and depending on updates, you might see a little bit different screen here. And of course, Apple, you're going to see a slightly different setup. But in this case, this is just going to give you some more information about your Google Assistant. So when you actually plug in an Android device, it's going to change your voice controls over to your Google voice controls. So it works just like if you would actually talk to your phone and let the phone take care of commands. It's going to work the exact same way in your car. We're going to go ahead and continue through that. Now, when you plug this in for the first time, you might have a few more screens. In my case, I use Android Auto already, so I already had all the apps on my phone that are required. If you don't, it's going to run you through and show you what apps you do need to download and walk you through downloading those so you can get all set up for it. Now once we're loaded up here, focus on the screen. By default, it's just going to come up with your Google Maps. And to me, this is the feature I use the most. It's a feature that I think in their vehicle, most people are going to be using this the most. So just like Google Maps on your phone, you're going to have your home address. If you have that programmed in, it's going to be preset. You also have recent destinations. Let's say I wanted to go. All you have to do is click on it. It's going to pull it up.
On your way to Costco Wholesale, there's the usual traffic. The route via US 60 West is the fastest. Head east on New Circle Side Road toward East New Circle Road, then turn right onto East New Circle Road.
And if you're familiar with using Google Maps, that's all going to be very familiar with you. Same if you're using an Apple device, Apple Maps, works the exact same way. It's going to pull up your maps, it's going to pull up your settings, and you can edit it from there. It's going to look very much like your phone screen and like it would be if you actually were pulling it up on your phone. Let's go ahead and X out of this. You can also use other apps. So if I go to this button down here, this is going to pull up all the different apps I have that are compatible with the car, with my primary ones and the ones I use the most showing up top here. So I got Maps, which we already saw. I use Spotify for my music, so Spotify shows up. I can click on that, open up my library, browse music through that. And again, since Google Voice Assistant set up, I can come over here. I can press this little talk button on the steering wheel and I can tell it what I want it to play and it'll play that. Same thing with the maps. If I want, I can press that button. I can say, hey, take me home, and it's going to give me directions home. And back over here, you also have your phone, and scrolling down, just lesser used apps, but podcasts, weather. You can find the apps that you're going to use and go from there. As we mentioned, if you watch the video on the media system, you press this map button and it takes you right back to your Google Maps or your Apple Maps. Makes it very nice and convenient. Same thing, pressing the home button. This is going to bring you back to your Toyota home page if you want to see anything on there. Press menu. You can see that this tile has now become Android Auto. If I click on that, Android Auto boots back up. And when we're on our home screen, we tap Maps. It's going to go right back to our Google Maps. Alright, and as I mentioned, as we've been going over, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, they're really simple to use, especially if you're already extremely familiar with your phone, because as you saw, most of those features, most of those apps are just going to mirror what you see on your phone. Makes it all really easy to set up. The initial setup, give yourself a few minutes, go through it, go through the settings, get it set up just the way you like it, play around with it, but then that way when you're on your road, you don't have to mess with it. You press the talk button, you tell it what you want it to do, it's going to run it through. So definitely take advantage of it. Like I said, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, it's now standard on all Toyota models, all the 2020s. So anyone you get, doesn't matter if you're getting the base trim or the platinum versions, it's still going to have these features. Make sure to take advantage of them, use them, try them out, see how you like them. Some people might use them all the time, others might not. Either way is fine. But I definitely take some time to get to know it, because, and especially as someone that takes a lot of long trips, I find the features to be really nice, really convenient to use. And again, thank you for watching, guys. If you have any questions, post them in the comments below. I'll do my best to get those answered for you. And besides that, I hope to see you guys in here soon.